Well, my 240 has oil pressure issues. The oil pressure gauge, when it's ice cold, runs at the second line. When it's hot, it doesn't even make the first line. So we're gonna have to pull the pan off and fix that. That is a little moisture in the oil, and it seemed light that you got 1540 in here, but it seems awfully light. I'm not 100% sure if you have to pull this cover, but I do, and it's 2 bolts, I think, and it's off. It gives you a little more room to work, why not? There'll give you a lot of these I can't get with it. I can't get with this, I think. Yeah, these are distinctively different, so I won't get them wrong. I don't have to pull all the bolts off on camera because you get the idea. One thing I noticed is this bolt here is significantly longer than the rest have been. This back left corner, and I think the right could be the same. I'll check when I pull it off. But it's good to take note where everything went, otherwise you're gonna have trouble putting it together. And it's a nice part of doing the videos is I could have the video footage for my own sake if nobody else's. Okay, I got the pan out with great difficulty, but I got it out. And all I gotta do now is pull a oil pump off, and all it holds is these 2 bolts right here. Okay, this is off. This pump should just slide down, and out it comes. Often these caps here leak. These caps warp and they leak. Yeah, this one did. Look at that. I think this is the problem. Right there, just the gasket blew. Yeah, you see, that's awfully thin. Yeah, that frickin' thing warped in the gas. You see that warp in there? That's the problem. So all you gotta do is pull this off and get this fixed. I don't know if you can see this, but I think this cap is definitely warped. And the gasket's blowing there and it's bypassing is the trouble. Okay, I'll set this on the steel bench and it's already clean. You see it's clean. You see this, you can see the high spots and the low spots. Oops. I'll wait till I'll polish more of this with a coarser grit paper. You can set it on glass. I'm just setting it on just a steel surface. Yeah, you can see there's definitely high spots, low spots where the gasket blew. I think I'm winning. I'm not quite perfect, but I think I'm winning. Okay, I think that's plenty good enough. I need to clean her up and get a gasket or make a gasket and put her back together again. Well, I got a real problem. I don't have a gasket. I thought I did and I don't. So what I'm gonna do, the gasket's important because it controls the end play on these gears too, where you put that. So I gotta see how much end play, how much thicker the gears are than the gasket. It's the first thing. Yeah, that 7/1000th of an inch is the thickness. Like, we don't want much clearance there. We'd want something about 10/1000th of an inch thick, I think, because you're gonna squeeze it down when you tighten it. You want something about 10/1000th of an inch thick. Here's a Pepsi box. We just measure the thickness of a Pepsi box and that'll give us a good. It's about 18 thou, it's a little thicker than I want. Yeah, 17 thou, 16, 17 thou, that's a little too thick. Want to try something to find something thinner. And I don't think I'm gonna squeeze it 10 thou. Here, this picture is 9 thou thick. It could very well work. You use an old photograph of a Kenworth to make my gasket. I know it seems crazy, but you gotta get your thickness right, you just do. Now I'll build the gasket out of a photo. Or try to, we'll see how well this works. Who thought of using photo paper for a precision gasket? This Kenworth picture, we had it was Ian laying on the floor of our shop, shows you how much we thought about it, but it's not that I have mind the Kenworth, it's I don't, but fact of the matter is, I need a gasket worse than the picture. There we go, we got a gasket that's out of a photograph, but it's a gasket. Now I'll put this back, it was this way, so I'll put this gear this way. Surface is nice and clean, that's a must. And broke a little at the bolt holes, but I don't think that's gonna hurt anything. The one bolt hole. Let's try this. Now, what did I do with my spring? Put this here. I don't think the spring is the problem. Sometimes it is, and you sometimes have to shim these relief springs to make them work, because you could lose pressure that way. But this one I don't think is one of those. I'll zip these down with it. And I'm turning it. It does turn. Turns just fine. Yeah, the pump's turning just fine. So I think I got a solid clearance at the end. That's exactly what we want. Now, tightening with it, something like that with this is not a good idea. I'm going to tighten it properly. The torque off 5/16 bolt should be around 21 foot-pounds. All I got is inch-pounds, so set to 250. That maxes it out, and that's just under 21 foot-pounds. 2 inch-pounds less than 21 foot-pounds, which is 21 foot-pounds is 252 inch-pounds. In fact, I'm at 0 now. I'll put it at 2. I got set 252. So that's exactly 21 foot-pounds. And we'll just put this on and torque it. I just about right there. I moved a bit. Every time I move them a little tiny bit, so I got close with the driver, but still not good enough. Just tighten them again, tighten them again, tighten. They're tightening them until they stop moving, and I got it. So I'm at 252 inch-pounds. She's tight. I think that's sealed well. I think that's well sealed all the way around. I think that'll work. The thing is, this doesn't seem sealed right tight at this port here, but that's your pressure relief, so it doesn't matter. But as long as the gear pump is sealed up, and we're able to turn it, and yes, if it was holding against the gears, there's no way that would turn this easy. I don't believe it for a second. Now, when you're done with the torque wrench, you always back it off. I'm going to use it again anyways, but I still like to back it off. Back it off to the low end of your torque. There we go. Got it. Okay. Pump is ready to go. This turns freely. I think we're good to go. I really believe this will work. Okay, this is a problem. This is thin. This here is thin. You see it's so loose here. This ain't good. This isn't gonna work, so I gotta find out where I went wrong and fix it. Well, I think I got her now. What I did to smooth it, I get bent a little bit here, but I don't think there's any, I think it's tight there. What I did to smooth it, I did off camera. It still turns good. I did off camera. I think OH&S would have 10 conniption fits if they see what I've done to get perfectly smooth, but this should work, I hope anyways. Get the pump in. I probably wouldn't have to torque these because they're locked anyways, so I'll just tighten them good with the 1/2 inch driver ratchet and they'll be fine. I normally torque everything like this, but in this case it's locked, so I don't have to. That's tight. Now lock these, don't forget that. That's a pretty important step, I would say. There. There we go. Nice. Now I'll put the pan on. You really have to hold your mouth right to get these in because they just don't quite fit past the wishbone. There it is. It went. Had to use a little more force than I would have liked though. There we go. I got suspended with 2 bolts. I can just screw everything in with ease. I'll do that off camera. I'll torque them to 250 inch-pounds. Okay, I got the pan bolted on tight. Now I gotta drain the oil filter and fill her with and put the plug in, fill her with oil, and we'll try it. I just put a good old 10 weight in it because I'm gonna run this one in the winter too, so it'll certainly show any weaknesses in the lubrication system using this stuff. Now we'll try it. I got better oil pressure with 10 than I ever did with 1540. Looks like they're leaking or anything. I think I fixed it. Got more pressure now than I did with light oil than I did with heavy. Well, God bless you all. Catch you at the next video. Please like and subscribe.